Hello and welcome back to Kinlaig. It is April and our first crop has germinated. It's going to need spraying because we haven't yet done that. Let's have a quick look. Yep, it says needs rolling. Its nitrogen is terrible. pH value terrible. But that's okay, we have the equipment to be able to do that. As for this field, we need to get that planted. Maybe planted, maybe seeded. Let's have a look and see what we could put in. Right then, so green beans, long grain rice, oats. Oats is the winner at the minute. Sorghum and soybeans, I don't think we can put those in with this seeder. No, I think it's going to have to be oats again because we are in desperate need of making money, and if we don't put oats in, we're not putting anything in. So this tractor is going to do this and put the oats in. But we're going to put it on a worker. Start with the up and down, work the headlands on, and off you go. We, on the other hand, are going to load up with all our bits and pieces here. The builds need furniture. Need 2,000 litres of furniture. And this one over here will need the same. At the moment it's still working through whatever we put in there, so it's working through the roofing shingles. It's got wood beams and long planks still to work through as well, but we will get the furniture for it. So what we're going to do is we're going to load up with all the wood and take it over to the castle. Now, I'm fairly sure the castle is going to need some stone soon, so we need to look into getting the stone things, stone productions. Which we obviously can do, but we're going to need to save up a bit of money first. As for furniture, I think what we'll do is we'll go and purchase the pallets of furniture once we have sold all this wood. Do I have any sort of loan or anything at the minute? Fine, I do, don't I? The £250,000 loan we started with, so that's also got to be paid off. So once we have bought the furniture, we shall have a look at maybe paying off a bit of the loan. Let's get the... Oh, hello. Ah, I see. My front loader's on the ground. That's what it is. So yeah, we'll get attached up to this trailer. Did I ever get a weight? I'm not sure I did. Right, if we pull the trailer up over here... then we can load it up with the wood. So I will crack on and get that done. Once, like I said, once we've been sold the wood, we will have the money to get ourselves those furniture pallets. Right, before we go on, we do have to fuel up the JCB. It's quite a heavy load for the JCB, but that's okay. Right. I think we can probably get away without buying 10,000 litres straight away, so let's just go with 2,000 litres. And we shall fill up. We've got 9,000 litres of wood beams and 9,000 litres of long planks on board, so that should get us a fair amount towards the furniture. Look at that. Yep. Field 44 is definitely next on my list. Now, I did look up how much it was. Does anyone remember? 210,000. Crikey, no! Well, let's just pretend that didn't happen, shall we? Yeah, £210,000. But I did want to wait and see what crop the farmer puts into it next, and whether it would be worth buying with a free crop on board. Obviously I can buy it early enough that I can do all the spraying and things, because I know that some farmers are lazy and they do not do that. Well, in this game, just want to quantify that there. I don't mean farmers in real life, I mean farmers in this game. Thank you. Right then, let's get, without falling over again, let's get ourselves up to the castle. Oh dear. The bus isn't leaving me much room. They definitely saw me coming. Yep, we'll get all the way up to the castle. We'll get these sold. I'm hoping for over £100,000. But we shall see. And then once we have sold them, we'll get down to the warehouse. And we'll take the other route down from the castle, get down to the warehouse and buy some furniture. Just desperately want to get those holiday homes finished to have a look and see what sort of income we're going to get from them. I'm hoping it's going to be quite a bit. I don't know whether to buy enough furniture for a third one as well. I do want to put another one in, maybe closer over to the railway, or even up on the hillside, at the top of the hill where we were clearing things out before, is a possibility. Definitely flatter ground than where we put the first one, which wasn't ideal, but yeah, it is what it is. Oh, I was also going to check whether we got any wood left in the sawmill. A little bit. We'll get a few more pallets out of that, but not a huge amount. Not sure how much we put in there before. I think it was about 40,000 maybe? I don't know. Anyway, let's get up to the castle. Really is stunning up here. The views are incredible. Makes me want to go back to Scotland. So the scaffolding has started going up. I can't remember if it had started going up before or not, but it has started. So it obviously needs more planks and beams, potentially. And here we are with more planks and beams, potentially. Right then, let's see how much this is going to make us. Oh, if we can stop in time, that is. Let's get back here. And done. Oh, well, not quite 100,000 then. 85,711 with an environmental score bonus of 4,278. Well, that is some, at least. Okay. So, required for next step 1,000 litres of wood beams and 1,053 litres of long planks. Well, it's got everything it needs then for the next stage, and I believe after that stage we're going to start needing stones. So, £114,000 in the bank. We look at this, the quarry over here is 235,000. We cannot afford that yet, which is a bit of a shame. Yeah, I think we're going to have to hold off on that just for the minute. But what we do need is some more income. Let's go down in the opposite direction to the way we came up. Down, I believe that the place we need to be is down over that way. Yes, it is. I can sort of see it. So we need to get this road. Ah, yeah. No, that's the train line there. So you get the road that goes down over that way, past those houses down there, and then over round to the warehouse. I am going to have a quick look to see if we can see a message in a bottle down this bit down here. Does look to be a sort of different sort of ruin to previous because it's got a bathtub in it. And a chair, which I don't think were original features of the house, especially a bathtub right in front of the fire, but it's possible, I suppose. Ooh, that's a seagull. Okay. Nothing obvious. We could jump up here and get a look a bit higher up. Nope, I can't see a message in a bottle around here anywhere. Doesn't mean there isn't one, it just means I can't see it. What a view. Absolutely cracking view. Okay, that's that checked out anyway. So, we'll follow that red Mini over there. And head down to the warehouse where we can buy some pallets of furniture. Stunning area of the map. In fact, the whole map is stunning. I just can't state that enough. There's a fish production there, so you can do baby fish, which is awesome. I hope to be getting into fish farming at some point in the series, but at the minute we're going to focus on the castle, on the holiday homes, and generally just sort of expanding our land and machines. Okay, here we are. So I believe it's 1,000 litres a pallet. So we need 2,000 litres for each house. It is 1,000 litres a pallet, so we're going to need another 5 pallets. If only we got some sort of discount for buying in bulk. So I will be putting the other holiday home in. We need to keep these safe until that point. We'll get them loaded up and I'll see you back at the farm. Oh, I've just been thinking, and don't let that surprise you. But if there were any contracts in Field 44 to put in seed or whatever, I could get a worker to do that now that the worker has finished on our field. Oh, Tim, playing around in Field 41. Anyway, our worker has now finished here. I would like to say they've done a good job, and it looks like yes they have. Well, I'm not sure why that area there is slightly different. Let's just go over that and double check that has been seeded. Right, now it has. Timmy, stop playing in the oats. Right, we will get this folded up then. And then have a quick look at contracts to see if there's anything in Field 44. Field 11. 44 ploughing. Right. I see. Well, we don't have a plough, so no, we won't be doing that. Let's park this up over here in the silage pit at the minute. There. Jump back into the JCB and we can start to deliver some furniture 2 of these to each house, each holiday home. Let's unstrap and take that off. The JCB can lift 2 at a time, so it should be nice and quick and easy to get this done. And then we need to do some spraying. I think I'll need to get some... Oh, I should have picked up some fertilizer on the way through. I've got herbicide. Not that I think we might need it. I don't know. Let's have a quick look. Yeah. Well, there's no weeds in 41 at the minute, but that possibly could grow weeds. And there's no weeds in 39 at all, so... hopefully that won't grow weeds. But we do need fertilizer. Definitely need fertilizer. Okay, let's get those put there. There we are. Oh. That's odd, it hasn't taken them all. Furniture. It says missing 999. Well, then take it. Here it is. There we go. That's better. It was just outside the allowable trigger. So yes, furniture is now all in. I'm hoping that that's maybe one of the last stages. I've seen on other YouTubers' videos that they get a progress sort of progress bar, or not a bar, but on the castle it says like stage 1 out of 65. I haven't got that, and I'm not sure why. Not that it really matters, I know there are 65 stages, but strange. I don't know if there's a setting I haven't enabled, or whether they've got a mod that shows them, or whatever, I don't know. Either way, it would be good to know. But if you know, please comment down below and let me know. Right then, the other 2 pallets of furniture will take off the trailer, because we will need the trailer, and we'll put them somewhere else. There's a possibility that I will have to go and get me fertilizer with this setup. Luckily, it's not too far to the dealership. I'm sure I haven't got fertilizer already. Let's have a quick look. Let's fire up the MB track. I think this has got herbicide in it. Yes, it has. So we'll need to get that emptied out. I wonder if we can do that here. Yes, look at that. This is only 25 miles an hour, whereas the JCB is 31. So I think the better idea would be to go and get some fertilizer on the trailer. So, I will go and get some fertilizer. Let's buy it now so you can see me doing that. It's just liquid fertilizer, and I would say we probably want... we go with 4? That's 8,000 litres, so we want 2. We want 4,000 litres. That will fit in our sprayer. So, there we go. That has now been bought. We need to turn ourselves around. And then we'll head down to the dealership and come back with 2 IBCs of fertilizer. I've decided I also want to buy a plough. This one requires 220 horsepower. We've got 230. We don't have a front weight either. But I can pop one on the trailer, I'm sure. Right, design. Standard or Pico mat? Standard. We'll go with standard. We can buy that outright, so I will do. And then we're going to need a front weight as well. Which is here. I think maybe 1.5 tons? Potentially? Yes, I think so. Beautiful. Right. I'll go and pick all these things up. And we'll come back. In fact, what we'll do then is we'll also accept the contract for ploughing field 44. And then I'll stick it on a worker when we get back to do that, while we do the spraying. Or I say while we do the spraying, it'll be going quite a long time on that field. But I would like to make sure that there is a decent crop in that field for when we come around to purchase it. Which, if selling our wood is anything to go by, shouldn't be too difficult to raise the funds for. Yeah, not usually how I would bring a plough back to the farm, but, well, needs must. Probably should look where I'm going, actually. Given that I did just crash into the wall a couple of seconds ago. Anyway, we have everything that we need. We're going to get this plough taken off, get the weight taken off, and get that onto the Valtra. And the Valtra is going to be put to work once again, but in field 44. If it looks like maybe it hasn't got enough power, we can always upgrade the power, although I don't really want to do that at this stage. Quite happy with having 230 horses. But yes, we have got our contract to do this field here. If we can get a contract to seed it as well, if it's the right crop, then that would be fantastic. If not, then we'll just wait and see what crop goes in it. Alright, we plonk that down there. I did mean plonk. And we can park this up just here. Oh. Nope, no, I don't want to detach the front tool, I want to detach the trailer. There we are. Now, getting the weight off is not going to be easy. But the worst case is we can just drag it off with the tines. Yeah. Okay, well, it's off. Just need to turn it around a bit so it can be picked up by the Valtra. That should do it. As for the sprayer, that can take the liquid off the trailer. So let's get the Valtra sorted out first. We can pop the seed drill backwards into here. I have got some nice weighty wheels on, so hopefully that'll help with the ploughing as well. Come on, chickens, you're in the way. It was entirely my fault for putting your pasture here, but you are in the way. Okay. There we go. Drop that down there. I think we'll put the weight on to start with, because I know that extremely heavy plough. But now that we've taken out the contract, we should be able to open up these gates and get a worker started in the field. I think this was a good buy, this plough. I know it wasn't in the sale or anything, but it's a 37,000 in total, including the weight. Don't think that's bad, especially now we can do ploughing jobs anyway. Earn a bit of extra money. Oh, why is super strength on? I never turned that on. Oh, I did. I put the weight on the trailer, didn't I? Well, there we go. Right. Mr. Worker. Start with the up and downies, please. And don't come back to me until you've finished. Beautiful. Well, at least if that's being ploughed, there'll be no weeds in that field either. As for us, we shall get ourselves kitted up with the fertilizer. And we can use our Isaria Compact Pro in the spreading of this fertilizer onto our oats over there, and then we'll need to do the same for this field, potentially the same for that field, depending on what we have in it once we buy it. Well, there we go. That is the field sprayed. Now we shouldn't, providing we don't suddenly get weeds for some reason, we shouldn't need to touch that field again until harvest. We'll close those gates. However, field, I want to say 40. Yeah, field 40 over here behind the house. That will need a spray of fertilizer as well, but we've got to wait for it to germinate. 9% of that field has been ploughed. Oh, I see. So it's working on the short side at the minute. Okay. We'll leave that there then. Because, yeah, this will need to be weeds growing. There are some sections of weed growth. Not a lot though. Yeah, but we will have weeds in here, so we will have to spray that for weeds. How are we getting on, worker? Pulling up stones. I'd have paid extra for no stones. Still, looking good. We'll keep an eye on it. But essentially, I feel fairly like the episode may have come to an end. We never collected on the harvesting contract. How many episodes have people been shouting at me for that? If we never collected on it... Oh, we used our own equipment, didn't we? Of course we did. Well, that was a little bit of extra income then, wasn't it? Fantastic. So, what else was I going to look at? Here we go. We are in May. We have soya beans. It's July, we need to sell those. Definitely not the best price at the minute. Don't want to sell our furniture. Sure, we bought the furniture for about 5,000. Ah, yes, of course. We buy it for a lot more than it's actually worth. Eggs is November. So, yes. I don't think there's anything else we can do until that contract is finished, because I can't move on to the next day until the contract is finished. Suppose we could cut a tree down and move it into the trigger. We could have a look at placing another one of these and getting that started. The idea I had was to come up here into this area here. A few stinging nettles, but nothing that we can't handle. And potentially to construct a collectible here. Now, yes, obviously the joystick is malfunctioning again. Well, not malfunctioning, but this is where we are. Constructables. Here we are. Farm garage with tool shed. Farm garage with tool shed. Well, that's very nice, but I think a nice little holiday home. Large tool shed. Yep, a nice little holiday home would do us great. So, oh, it's doing that thing again. Better. Oh, not so better. Okay, right, there we go. That's better. Right. I think there would be good. And I think we want to turn free mode off. Nope. Toggle free mode. It's currently on. So that is good. And we'll place that there. Perfect. So, wood beams and long planks to be delivered immediately. Roofing shingles also to be delivered. But yeah, we can definitely get this started. Actually, I've forgotten how many beams and planks, but let's take one of each to start with. It could then start production. Could also just take the furniture up there as well, because it would just take it into storage and then use it when it's got it. But first of all, we must plank and beam and try and take them up together. Sorry for the lack of talking, but I am concentrating. In hindsight, I probably should have put this sawmill the other way around, because then we could have pulled the trees down into the trigger this side and then picked everything up more easily from the other side. Well, you live and learn. We shall muddle through. So we've shot up to 18% complete on the ploughing contract now, which is great news. Right. How are we getting up through to this clearing? Aha. There it is. Up the top here. I should have come up the other way. Pop that down there. Oh. Might need a little push. Yep, there we go. So, missing still 500 litres of wood beams. But it does need another pallet of wood beams. I shall go and get the other pallet of wood beams. Shortcut. And we will need to buy some roofing shingles as well. All the way back down at the warehouse. Take our trusty shortcut. And there we are. Okay, so like I said, we've got a lot of ploughing to do. So we're going to be doing that now for the rest of the episode. Well, no, I say we're going to be doing that for the rest of the episode. I'm going to be doing that after the episode, but I'm not going to be doing it myself. I'm going to leave the worker to do it because, yes, why not? So that has got enough to move on to the first stage. We can go and pick up a pallet of roof shingles. Which we could do now. But I am going to end the episode there. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you again very soon. Bye for now.